All right, students, I'm going to give you a short tutorial on how to use Bandlab, okay, for your music projects. Okay, very simple. As you see, if you get to bandlab.com, the way this is set up, it's like a community. Okay, Creator Connect, meet music makers from all over the world. It's kind of like set up like a SoundCloud in a way where you could share your music on this platform. Okay, if I go to my feed, you're going to see my username, obviously my last name, Jimenez. And then you're going to see what's trending. Depending on who you're following or what's trending, you'll see different posts. Okay, just like you see here by different people that have made tracks using Bandlab. Sometimes people make remakes of songs that are already out there. Sometimes they create their original music. And look at this right here. You could download it on the App Store, either on Google Play as well. And let's look at some of the things you could do in Bandlab. I'm going to open up a demonstration project that I have, which I've uploaded here, and I'm going to open up the mix editor. And everything is online, so anything that you do, you can work on any computer that you want. And that's a very good feature about this program. It's online. It's like on a cloud. So you don't have to take your computer around wherever you go. It's wherever you could find the computer, and then you could log on to your Bandlab account and access your songs or your projects. Okay, so continuing on here, you can see I have my tracks on the left hand side. I have a drum machine, I have Lex Luger loops, another Lex Luger loop, and if I open that up, or make this bigger, I can see that's a Nexus loop. It's called Polo 22. Okay, I have Lex Luger kicks, another loop called Hermes. This one's called Nexus. I have another loop called Kicks Winter. I have a snare drum sound, and all these sounds, I've taken them from right over here, my sampler. How do I do that? I go to View Samples, and now on the right hand side over here, all my samples appear. I go to packs, and I've been using this Lex Luger kit. Let me see, let's look at, I'll type in the search engine, just Lex, and here I've been using this kit. You can see when I click on one of these, a sample will play. Okay, so each of these are short samples. They repeat over and over again. Then you can use to construct your beat. Some hi-hats. More hi-hats here. Different rhythms. Cymbal. Different pads that you can use. So if you see the first loop I have used, I'm going to highlight the track and I'm going to press the S. What the S means is solo. That way I could just hear that one track alone. Watch. if you've noticed, after 8 measures, I have modulated the track up a whole step. Okay. Again, listen to, I'm going to go back to around measure 7. Kind of listen to the sounds, and then listen to the sounds that we hear on measure 9. Okay, right there we have modulated. I've created an effect there with modulation that everyone needs to realize. Okay, so that goes on, and basically this is the 16 measure I've created loop. I've had 8 bars of the original loop, and then what I did on the next 18, I modified it. As I said, I modulated it a whole step above. A whole step consists of 2 semitones, okay, from whatever note that you start on. In other words, if I start on the note G and I'm in G major, I'm going to go up 2 semitones to A, okay, and then I have returned back down to G. I have used another sample that I'm going to solo now alone, and you can hear the second melodic sample that I have used. And you will hear the sample modulate right now. Okay, some other things to highlight. Obviously, the 140 BPM, we've been talking about that in class. Obviously, BPM stands for beats per minute, and this is why you learned this prior to working in Bandlab. I'm in the key of A minor, and we're in 4/4 time. Okay, here's my metronome click track, which outlines the tempo. Okay, there's the metronome off. Okay, and let's go on to another track, and let's look at what this hi-hat track sounds like. So I'm going to solo this. Okay, so there are my hi-hats. Now the hi-hats won't modulate because they're just a certain timbre or just a certain tone quality or tone color. Okay, so the hi-hats just stay at 1. We could modulate them, but we're not in this project. Let's look at, I added another set of hi-hats. That's over here in, okay, that's how those hi-hats sound. Then I have some kicks that I've added. And these kicks just occur like this right now. All right. I've also added a little snare drum loop. Check my snare drum loop out. Okay. Then I've also added a couple little sound effects. Check it out. Little sound effect sounds like this. Okay. As well as this little crash shot here. Okay. And little sound effects in your projects, they add to the interest in your projects. Here I have another sound effect down here. Let's hear this. My bad, I didn't solo it. Go back. Okay, it's just like a snap. All right, so those are my little sounds that I got. Check it out. See? And you'll hear that in the beat. All right, let's hear the whole beat all in one play. And it's kind of finished, but I could have done it. I could have arranged it in any way I wanted, but this is the way I did it. And that's pretty much the end of my beat. Now, what you could do after that, what I have done was I have published the beat. Okay. Basically to my my page. So now whoever's following me can check that beat out. Okay. Let me go back, and so you can see my feed. And now my page, which is Jimenez, all right, you will see my and you will be able to download it. Wow. Okay. Now I could take this song and I could download it to something like a GarageBand program, let's say, and I could start recording vocals. This is a project already existing on GarageBand, but right now we can just for now just keep it on this feed. All right, so that is how your Bandlab project is going to be pretty much looking like. Okay, after you've created an account on Bandlab.